FastPass will no longer be free at Disneyland Paris. In a big shake-up to how the French resort operates its Skip the Line service, you're now going to have to pay 8 to 15 euros per person per ride to skip the line. Hey, this is Stu for Out and Back Travel. I make videos to help you plan your theme park travel adventures. Coming up in today's episode, Mickey wants some more of your cheese. Disneyland Paris Resort have announced two significant changes to how you join a queue line for attractions within the two theme parks at the French resort. The previously free FastPass service allowed guests to scan their park ticket at special kiosks and get a paper ticket which had a return time to access a shorter queue. This option has now been officially retired with the rollout of two new services which can be found inside the Disneyland Paris app. First up is Standby Pass. This is not to be confused with the standby line, which is how Disney refers to their regular queue lines. Standby Pass was first introduced during the pandemic to help with social distancing inside queue lines. This is a free service which aims to reduce the time spent standing in a physical queue line, so you can enjoy the ambience of the park and spend some more money. Standby Pass is a virtual line. You get saved a virtual place in the line and then rejoin the physical queue at your return time by scanning a QR code, which will be generated inside the app. When your return time rolls around, you'll have a 30-minute window to return to the Standby Pass entrance. You can only reserve one Standby Pass at a time, and it isn't possible to cancel the Standby Pass or to swap the reservation to a different attraction. When your allocated time slot has begun, you may reserve a Standby Pass for another attraction. Standby Pass will only operate during busy times. If the service isn't activated, you can simply join the regular standby line as normal. The next option is the new paid for queue skipping service, Disney Premier Access. This allows guests to purchase through the app a one-time reduced queue time for popular rides and attractions. You won't get immediate access to the ride, there still will be a little wait, however it will be shorter than the main standby queue line. This will cost from 8 to 15 euros per attraction per person, depending upon the actual ride and the day. It will be available initially on 8 rides. In the Studios Park you have Twilight Zone Tower of Terror and Ratatouille. In the Disneyland Park it's on Hyperspace Mountain, Star Tours, Autopia, Buzz Lightyear Laser Blast, Peter Pan's Flight and Big Thunder Mountain. Disney has said there will be a limit of a maximum of 3 Premier Access passes per ride per day, so this means you can't buy 4 Premier Access passes to ride Big Thunder Mountain 4 times. I'm afraid 3 will be your limit. Like the Standby Pass, you can only hold 1 Premier Access pass at any time. When your Premier Access time slot has begun, you can then reserve the next Premier Access pass. If you don't have the app or a smartphone, you can still use both the Standby Pass and the Premier Access Pass services by visiting guest services, which are located at City Hall in the Disneyland Park and Studio Services in the Studios Park. So that's a roundup of the information we know so far. It will be great to see how these services work in action when they launch this summer. How do you feel about the old paper FastPass system retiring? Will you be purchasing a Premier Access Pass on your next trip to Disneyland Paris? Let me know in the comments below, and as always, stay safe on the way out and back.